Bonjour! Oh, Adam, it's been a while since I've done this. Don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
A little bit. Bonjour, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a vlog today. There's a few reasons why. Oh, do you like my little sign that I never showed you on my Halloween haul decorating video, what you want to call it? It literally came 2 days after Halloween night. Great. I also put this up as well, which I never showed you guys. It's me on graduation day, the spookiest decoration. There's a few reasons why I wanted to vlog today and just get back into the swing of vlogs in general. Where do I sit? I was gonna sit on my little trunk, but I can't do that now because I wasn't gonna sit on trunk. The decorations are still out. Yeah, I don't want to put them away. Has anyone else still got them up, or is it just me? I'll go here because the lighting's good.
It's weird to me that some people still have Halloween decorations up, but then some people have Christmas decorations up already.
Yeah.
At the same time.
What's weirder, keeping the Halloween decorations up still or having Christmas decorations up already? My logic was there wasn't any point getting all of my normal like surface stuff or like fireplace stuff out for the sake of like 2 weeks and then decorating for Christmas again. I was like, I may as well just leave it out until I decorate for Christmas, which will be in like
and then just swap
a week anyway. Yeah, just like transition from Halloween to Christmas. So number one, I haven't vlogged for quite a while because we've been in lockdown. Honestly, and I know everyone says this, but I just feel like my day-to-day life is so boring. But I know people always go, oh no, you're boring, it's not my boring. Everyone's boring is different. So I need to try and like embrace that, because that is true. Like I will look back at the time when I lived in this flat, and to me, looking back at that won't be boring because it'll be different, do you know what I mean? And I'll be like, oh, remember we did this and we did that, and like all of this stuff I'm not filming, even though it's just boring stuff in the house. At the end of the day, it is now in general is a very unique time, so I need to document things again. Also, beginning of last lockdown, I was really anxious and like nervous. Oh my god, little Justin and Danny DeVito in the background this whole time. Oh, they look cute, like little family. At the beginning, I went into the first lockdown kind of nervous, kind of like not knowing what to anticipate, and it was a weird time. I wasn't in the mood to film day-to-day stuff because I was just a bit like sad. And then as we got into lockdown, I'd got into the habit of not vlogging anything from lockdown, so I just didn't ever pick up the camera. So I've kind of got a second chance of lockdown too because our routine isn't really going to change, and it's basically given me a time to actually like show you kind of what we did in the first one, because the UK have gone into lockdown too, if you weren't aware. So I'm trying to... Nearly fell off the sofa. I'm sitting on the arm of the chair. I used to love sitting on arms of chairs, but I can't do it on these ones. So I'm trying to get myself back into the habit because of that reason. And also, Vlogmas is coming up soon. Oh my god, I'm a bit nervous. I am going to be trying to shoot as many like pre-filmed stuff so I don't have to film every single day, and I do that every vlogmas because I hate the idea of vlogging every single day. I like having videos in between of me doing stuff that's not just you following me around cooking dinner and shit. But I still need to get back into the swing of it, and it sounds weird. It's not like a process of just picking up the camera and like getting back into it. Honestly, it does take a while to like get into the habit, in the same way it does to not get into the habit, because after vlogmas my brain feels weird. I'm like, I should be filming this, I should be documenting and talking about it. So that's another reason. The third and the final, and you'll see if you watch my Instagram stories, you'll know that I was talking about this. I've been doing a bit of like market research, brand research, analytics, demographics, that kind of like investigating recently, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling a bit lost and confused about my content, and I've wanted to condense it down for so long. I've never been sure of like how, because it is a lifestyle channel, but I don't want it to be too vague and broad. So I have been trying to push it into like a direction that feels a bit more specific. So in order to be really sure of the stuff that I wanted to keep and the stuff that I wanted to remove, I had to look at whether that was reflected in my in my analytics. Like if people were enjoying something, I probably shouldn't remove that, as long as it's something I enjoy, obviously, as well. I'm not gonna do something just for the sake of views. That would last like a month and I'd get bored. I was asking you on Instagram like what you specifically like, because it's important to hear from people actually as well. Like, I don't want to just rely on views and stuff, because sometimes those videos that do well can be just like one-off things, or they happen to like randomly do well because they get pushed one day. That doesn't necessarily mean my audience want to see that all the time. So I thought it was really important to hear from people by putting a little survey out and then matching that up with like actual numbers, like view counts and stuff. It all sounds really robotic and not really my thing. Usually I just go with the flow, you know what I'm like. I've never had a direction of this channel. I never do what gets the views, and I never like, I'm quite a bad like business person, I guess, because I don't like follow these things. I don't purposely create stuff to do really, really well, and some would say that's being authentic, some would say that's being a bad business person. I would say it's being a mess, but I'm trying to get a little bit better at understanding the behind the scenes stuff, just a little bit, so I can understand where I can concentrate on things, like where my focus should be. So I basically made note of like I think this was my top 30 videos for the past year. I thought it was really interesting to compare to what people actually like, the what's the word for like spoken, vocally, yeah, vocally told me. So I could compare those together to see if they kind of matched, and also if the categories matched as well with what does well and what people want. So the interesting thing I noticed from all of this shenanigans, and I'm sorry I'm boring you, I will move on in a minute. People, without a doubt, I mean, more than 100 people took part in the survey, and look at the vlogs. That all of those votes there are for vlogs, and that came to 49 people, which is mad. Vlogs obviously do drip into other things as well, because it depends what I'm talking about in the vlogs, but ultimately people just wanted me to do more vlogs in general, and I really love doing them, so like, why haven't I been doing them? Anyway, talking back to reflecting in analytics, vlogs don't necessarily do the best. They do well, I would say they do like average comparing to everything else, but they don't do the best considering everyone's like, oh, I want you to do more vlogs. But obviously they're not like clickable. Like, vlogs typically aren't what people are searching for. They're not searching for a generic girl doing a generic vlog. They're searching for things like how to dye your hair red, which is why my hair videos do well, or, you know, how to feed a lizard if you've got a pet lizard. I don't know. Basically what I'm saying is they're not going to be pushed as much as other things that have a very specific niche. It's really nice to know that people just like my personality, because I guess that's why they want vlogs. But if you've got a personality channel, it's really hard to figure out what you do with your content then, because it's so broad and vague. But I want to have more of an idea of that. People always ask me, what do you do on your channel? And I'm always just like, oh, I do this. I don't really know. I don't want to be that person anymore. Like, I want to be more specific and work on that. The second voted content was spirituality / witch content, which blew my mind, because I've literally made barely anything in that category, but people seem to want that, and that's obviously really important to me, because I mean, I don't think I had said this, but that's something that I wanted to slowly like push the channel into. I want to sort of, I don't want to just overwhelm people with that kind of content. I was slowly trying to simmer it in to the stuff that I made. So it makes me so happy to know that's like a shared interest, because otherwise I'd probably lose a lot of people along the way, which is fine. That happens, content changes. I need to also be a bit more aware of that. Like, I'm so fearful of change, and I assume that I can't change and I can't develop. My content can't ever change in style or like topics, but that's like not good at all. Like, you can't adapt, you can't not adapt and like transition and stuff. I find it fascinating because I don't tend to think too much about my content. I kind of just go with the flow. And then the next 4 topics after that were around this, like, had the same amount of votes. It was makeup, fashion, hauls, and chat. And that is, to me, that's kind of just like, that's never going to leave the channel. Like, hauls and chats come with vlogs, but people kind of were referring to topics and things about my life, like hearing my opinions on things and topical conversations about like things that are trending or going on in the world right now. So that kind of meets with personality too. So at the end of the day, I think people mostly, it's quite interesting, I was talking to a friend about this, people actually care more about what a YouTuber they like cares about than what they care about. Like, someone would rather watch a YouTuber enjoys something that the YouTuber enjoys than what the viewer enjoys, but the YouTuber isn't actually enjoying it. They're just doing it for the sake of pushing that content out and getting views. Does that make sense? Like, people just like to see people enjoying their hobbies, even if the hobbies aren't the same as their own. I need to get in the swing of vlogs because I enjoy vlogs so much. You always ask for vlogs, clearly, like I've got evidence of it now. But I don't always make them, especially when we're stuck in the house, not doing much. It scares me into thinking that no one will care about that, but maybe they do. I feel like I just spoke 12 miles per second.
I think people will be more interested in vlogs now than ever because we're all in a similar boat. You'll probably be sat there thinking, I wonder what everyone else is doing while I'm sat here doing this.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's more interesting to see how other people like coping.
People were saying, I want to know what you've been doing for lockdown. But it is hard to tell yourself that your life will be different in lockdown to others, because I think we all just assume that we're doing the exact same thing. We are doing the exact same thing, but we'll be doing it in different ways. Even if we're all making bloody bread, right? Baking bread in our lockdown, we're gonna have different recipes, different ways of doing it. We've got different kitchens, we've got different people that we're making the bread with, like me and you, do you know what I mean? So yeah, no, you're right, I'll just have to somehow make it a bit more interesting. Oh. You are enough, as they say. I need to tell myself that. Speaking of, we've been really bad at going for walks in lockdown. We were okay at the beginning of the first one, but as it's gotten colder and life has just generally got a little bit more miserable, I haven't really wanted to as much. Like, I've been less enthusiastic about them. Another problem as well, which is something interesting in case any of you can relate to this, I really love autumn. Like, autumn's probably just under summer. It's like my favorite time of year when we can actually get up and go out and about and stuff. Like, I love autumnal walks and like the colors autumn brings, and like crispy leaves and orange leaves, and oh, I just love the idea of going into like woodland and stuff. But we don't drive. We know people that drive, but we can't be mingling. We can get public transport, but I'd rather not get a bus with a load of strangers. The thing is, if we lived down south, I probably would have gone on public transport and gone on these nice little autumnal walks that I was excited for all year. But this area has been terrible case-wise. Like, Corona has been the worst in the northeast compared to every single place in the UK consistently too. It's never gone like down a little bit and up, and it's literally just like, it's been terrible. So I think we're just really unlucky, and it's making me really anxious about like the idea of public transport. So we haven't been like visiting any nice places to walk. We live near a beach, which I'm really grateful for, but beaches are only good when the sun's out, in my opinion. They're just really cold and windy in the winter and stressful because they give me a headache. But we're going to have a little walk in the park, or maybe we've got a frisbee that Adam bought the other day, bless him. So we can play about on like a little green by the beach, which might be fun. So that's that. Enough of that chat. I'm gonna put my shoesies on now. Look at my slippers. I've been wearing them all the time. I got them out of storage the other day because our spare room is still being used as a stock room. But I love them, so I'm gonna have to take these off to go on our walk, which is really sad because they're the best. Show your candy floss.
What's left of it?
Well, I feel like the portion of candy floss gets smaller every decade. Of course, Adam had to get some. What's a visit to the beach without mini donuts or candy floss? It's alright. It's really dark. Oh wow, this looks so cool. Luckily, this is glow in the dark. Okay, this is my first time. Don't judge. So Throw it to the right, but then it eventually goes left, doesn't it? I literally can't see you, I just see a disc floating. Woo! Oh, that's pretty good. I'm gonna throw it with lots of force. Oh, nice! Yeah, boy. Oh, I nearly caught it! Oh! I'm not bad. Whoa, it looks so cool on camera. We should probably shout when we've thrown it because you might knock me out. Whoa, the ship's leaving. There's a little, well, a big old ship leaving the shore. They're heading off to, I thought you're not supposed to be travelling. Naughty people. Okay, I'm ready. I got scared. Oh, it like came back to me like a boomerang. Hey. Oh. Oh, that was so good. Jesus, my hair must have got so wet. So we're on our way home now. I started to get a bit injured on my thumb from like the frisbee like whacking into it every time I caught it. But
couldn't see it.
We got pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because you can't really see it until it's like right in your face and you're like, what was our streak?
13.
Our catching streak, like to throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, catch, was 13. So every time we go here, we're gonna try and get better, try and improve. This green light is removing the yellow, so it makes me look blonde. Oh, now I've gone back down to here.
Nice little taster.
I'm going blonde next. So now we're gonna have Saturday night in, which is usually movies, games, TV, food, the best life. Oh, we haven't had dinner. Our lockdown schedule is basically a big sleepover on repeat.
Pretty much.
Can't complain, can we?
We just do whatever we fancy.
In true hermit style that we usually are in anyway, so. Also, we've seen one Christmas tree. Let me know if you have your Christmas tree up already. In the comment section, say, I do, I don't. Because I don't think we're changing our decoration tradition this year just because of lockdown. I think we're still just going to decorate in December.
It's weird seeing fireworks at the same time as people having their trees up.
Oh yeah. We saw loads of fireworks. That was a weird timing. We've seen loads of fireworks while we were throwing the frisbee because we're in the middle of like a field. There's fireworks going on all around us, so it was really magical. Felt like we were in a Disney film or something. Woo! Whee! So we've just come in, haven't even opened the door yet, and look at our living room, Adam. It looks like someone's been doing a seance in here.
Oh, all the lights were on?
Yeah, they're on timer.
Oh, right.
Woo!
Set the time that it comes on.
Spooky. For some reason it just comes on at night time and just knows.
Or maybe it's
weird.
It's light sensitive.
I don't think it is light sensitive though, because if you cut, there's no sensor on them, and if you put them in a dark room, they don't turn on. They just know. So we've just heard the news about Biden winning the election. Congratulations. I really want to see the speeches. They'll probably be sometime soon. I don't know how it works in America, but I really want to see mostly Trump's actually more than Biden's, because I feel like there'll be a lot more drama involved. But I got this hot chocolate onto other news. This hot chocolate came yesterday because we ordered a food shop delivery. We've only done that once before, and the first time was fine, but this time there were a couple things that they swapped because of not having certain things in stock. I feel like that might be something to do with the fact that we're fresh into lockdown and more people were like stock buying again. It seems like there's lots of queues outside of supermarkets again. Did people not learn the first time round that you can still shop when we're in the middle of a pandemic? You just have to be more careful. People are weird. I don't even understand what goes through their brain. I had actually ordered the Options hot chocolate Belgium chocolate Belgian version, but oh no, it is Belgian. Adam, what was the one we had ordered?
Belgian milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate, because they're both Belgian chocolate. Just they gave me the salted caramel instead, which, to be fair, I actually really like salted caramel. I don't like caramel, but I love salted caramel because, I mean, it's obviously salty. Like, I love salty chocolate. I love sea salt chocolate. You're not gonna lie, I know I haven't really been filming much already, but I'm like pumped to vlog again. It's been so long. I need a mug. I'll probably tell by the smell. Oh. It smells like Christmas. Oh my god. Adam, this smells incredible. As soon as I poured the hot water in, it just like hit me. It smells a lot sweeter. God. This might be a game changer. Like, I might actually be thankful they sent me something else. Oh. Do you want to give it a sniff?
Well, I don't know if I like that.
No?
It smells weird. It smells like chocolate.
Oh, actually, I think that smells a little bit of like kettle water as well.
Oh, that's nice.
It tastes so different to what I'm used to. I'm wondering if this will be a bit nicer with a splash of milk. Definitely different. Definitely, it's kind of like salted caramel without the texture, so that itself is quite unusual because when I think of salted caramel, I always think of like the hard, crunchy chunks that are usually found in salted caramel. Would I get it again? I don't know. I'm undecided. Plant menu, it's in Aldi. I would recommend. It's no chicken burger, coated with a crispy golden breadcrumb. Yeah, I like most veggie chicken, to be fair. So we can turn this off now. The salad is to go in the burger and veg is to eat separately. Chips need like 2 more minutes. Oh boy. So, we just did a little spontaneous live stream because I thought it would be fun to play a little game. So I got the ring light out and me and Adam played it on. We streamed from the laptop and I put the little scores on the doors in my book. Beth came first, Adam's sister, and then Felix and Becca came second. We played Say What You See. It's basically like catchphrase really. This will be what I showed up to the screen. And then the answer was First Lady. Get it? Because First Lady is underlined. Anyway, I thought I'd show you what we're doing now because me and Adam usually make popcorn when we're watching movies or TV or just at the weekends or whatever. We normally use this. Butter kissed. Oh, it's butter kissed.
What do you think it was?
Butter kiss?
No, butter kissed.
Kissed. Yeah. Butter kissed. Butter kissed. Butter kissed. Butter kissed. But speaking of that online shop we did yesterday, Adam found these. So rather than having microwave popcorn, we're gonna try it on the hob, which is something that we've never done before. I don't think I've done. I might have done it as a kid, but I've forgotten about. So I thought I'd document the process because it'll probably be funny, because it'll probably go wrong.
I don't think there's any instructions with this, but I think basically you put a bit of oil in the pan, just a little bit, and then heat it up. Eventually the popcorn, once you put some of this in, it'll start to pop, apparently all at once. Yeah, and I've also read something where it's best once they start to pop to move it off, and obviously it'll hold the heat, so the rest of the kernels will start to pop while it's off the heat, so they don't burn as well.
Yeah.
And if there's any left over, just put it back on for a few seconds and then take it back off.
It's just, should you just keep taking the popcorn out maybe, every now and again?
Well, the thing I read was just keep it all in, but just go back over for a few seconds, bring it back off, and it won't burn.
I used to have a popcorn maker as a kid, so I guess this is kind of the same thing. Because we used to put oil on that. And then I guess we'll add salt.
Yeah, you can basically pour the popcorn out into a bowl, and then the person said you can throw some butter into there, kind of brown it a little bit and melt it, and then pour it over your popcorn and add salt for extra flavour. But I think it's probably best if you add salt along the way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, while it's being popped, it'll get salty rather than adding it at the end, because if you've got a load of popcorn on top, it'll just get the top salty. Apparently the butter flavour is stronger if it's browned a little bit. Ooh, so like more intense.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Put
maybe put one in.
One in.
Just to see how it's going to react. It's fine. What, just for one?
It might shoot out, hit in the face.
Oh, I think it needs to be like sizzling hot. Is this just our tester?
Tester, yeah.
Oh, they're moving around.
Hello?
Yeah. They're like, but it's gonna make me jump and I'm gonna scream and drop this camera. Oh! She's so cute! Oh my god, I feel like I just gave birth. Do you not? Oh! Ow, that hit me a little bit there.
Did it?
Yeah, the oil spitting through the thing.
That's why we should use a proper lid, I think.
Yeah.
This isn't.
Well, this is with. Woo! This is an experiment at the end of the day, isn't it? Woo!
Leave a little bit of.
A little bit of.
Yeah, angle it a tiny bit, really away from it.
How?
Like that.
Oh.
Just so like steam can get out.
Cool. Oh my god. Eee. Aw. You're my love. Let's watch our babies together.
Here we go, lads.
Woo! Sorry. I'm a bit jumpy. Oh. Oh. It's so much cuter to watch. Woo! Woo!
Move it off a bit so it doesn't burn.
Wow! Oh my god! Oh wow! Oh wow! Why am I so excited by this?
And then we just keep doing, like, repeat it. So put it on for a few seconds to get the temperature back up.
Okay.
Once it starts to pop again, I guess.
Whoa. Wow. Oh, sounds like fireworks. Cheers. Oh, it's a little bit harder than microwave.
Oh, it's nice though.
Mmm.
We sprinkled salt on, and then I poured melted butter over the top. Like old school cinema days.
Actually, I quite like it when it's a little bit more hard.
Crunchy.
I like crunch.
It makes normal popcorn that you get in the microwave just a bit stale.
Because it's soft. Yeah. Cheers. I know this sounds super lame because I barely did anything today. But I feel like filming stuff kind of slows you down a little bit. Because I haven't been vlogging for so long, documenting stuff, like it means that I don't ever stop. And although people say when you take the camera out and you film something, you take pictures, you're not really there, you're not really in the present moment. And as much as I agree with that, I've also noticed that sometimes stopping to take your camera out and film something makes you aware that the thing you're currently doing is worth filming, documenting, because you're doing something interesting. And then it makes you remember the next day when you look back at the footage or your camera roll or whatever you're documenting, oh, I did something good that day. Like, it reminds you of gratitude, things to be grateful for. And I just think little stuff today that doesn't even mean anything, like popping some popcorn or throwing a frisbee on the beach, is something like really pure and special, and it doesn't have to be flashy or crazy to want to film. And I think I lost sight of that a bit, and I'm excited to see if Vlogmas will kind of continue that feeling too, because these past few months have just been just on to the next thing all the time, on to the next thing, counting down the days of lockdown coming to an end, getting everything done, trying to overwork myself. I never have days off for myself. I'm always on, what's the word? I don't want to say I never have days off, because sometimes my days on are very chill. So I'll be working, but I'll be kind of like chilling and watching TV at the same time, listening to music. And not many people can do that when they work. So I'm not saying like, oh, I never have a day off, but it's more that I'm always like switched on, and my working days are chill, but like I'm on and off from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed. And then that means, because I'm spreading myself out throughout the week, it means I don't give myself a day off to just throw a frisbee. Do you know what I mean? Like, ghosts. I think it's just been really nice to be in the present moment, and I'm excited to continue these vlogs if you enjoyed them. I'm about to have a shower. Before I do, I wanted to quickly remind you guys to watch Haunting on Bly Manor, and I feel like you've probably been told this before because everyone's been talking about it, but it blew my mind. Like, it's my favourite TV series now I think I've ever watched. It's a horror, so if you don't like horrors, it's not going to be for you, but I just loved the editing, I loved the jump scares, I loved the characters, I loved the love stories inside of the horror films. Like, there was so many different things going on between so many different people, and it was just really amazing to watch. There was so much like grief involved, and that's a massive thing to me. Like, I've dealt a lot of grief before in my family and my own experiences, but like the topic of kind of death, it's kind of something that I've always been fascinated by, and it's touched upon a lot in that series. The acting was incredible, the script writing was incredible, like nothing made me cringe, everything felt perfect, the editing was so good, like the colour correction and like the eeriness of like all the scenes were shot so damn beautifully. Oh, like the sunny shots and the darker shots, and the jump scares are perfect. It didn't feel forced or like silly or too much or too little, and the scenes where there was just stuff going on in the background, I thought that was beautiful. And I have watched Haunting on Hill House before, and that one was done really well too. I can't really remember a lot of it for some reason. I might have to rewatch it again, because if I liked this one, the second one, so much, I will have to go back to the other one. But you don't have to watch the other one to watch this one, just so you guys know. I would recommend Haunting on Bly Manor more than I would Haunting on Hill House. I think that's what it's called anyway, because obviously I preferred the second one more if I'm remembering it a lot more, but it was just really shocked me because I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did. I know people have been talking about it, but I still think it's underrated. So I wish I could make a whole video about this. I don't really know why, but I have so much to say. Like, why would I make a whole video about it? I'm not sure. I just thought that it was done perfectly. I love how it ended. I love brutal endings and happy endings, but like brutal ending movies always get to me the most. Like one of the endings for the film, The Mist, always sits with me because I love when things just go fucking crazy. Oh my god, guys, it was just so good. I didn't want it to end. Every single episode, when I turned it on, I was like, I'm not gonna eat food or anything, I'm just gonna sit and watch the screen, and I was just fixated and focusing on everything. I loved how you had to like stay really focused because the storyline like flipped and twisted and turned, and you had to kind of keep up with that and keep an eye on like all the creepy things happening in the background really subtly, and it was just like gave you like tingles in the back of your neck every time you saw something spooky. Some of the spooky scenes were subtle, some were really in your face. I love that mix. I love the antagonist, how she just had no face. Like, I love the concept as well, like what happens to the characters, and I fell in love with every single character for a different reason. Like, I've empathized even with the terrible characters that you're not really supposed to like, and it's like, that's how you know it's a good film. I have so much to say about it. Could I make a whole video on it? Maybe. I just really think you should watch it. I would definitely say that's like, if that was a movie, it would be my favorite horror movie. It would have probably overtaken It. I loved It. So definitely my favorite TV show in the world. I hope they bring out another one. I just thought they could bring out another one. Oh, that was the wrong one. Well, that's better. God, I look a bit nutty, but I wanted to finish the vlog with some baking. I thought I for so long I've been wanting to make jam tarts. My sister always makes them and takes a picture of them when she does them, so it's made me crave them forever. So I got some strawberry jam in the shop the other day to make some. They're really, really simple. All you need is a bit of flour, a bit of butter, egg, of course. I think you just need 1 egg for the amount I'm doing. Put them into shapes, make them in shapes, and then you just add the jam afterwards. I'm probably gonna make little love hearts because I think I've got a love heart cutter in here somewhere. Yes, I've got 3. I've got a small one and a big one. That will look really cute with the red on top. So I'm gonna make those. I think that will be a really cute little activity for myself.